for those of you who don't know us, I am Jude and this is...
Chris, hello.
And together we are Ready, Steady Websites.
Bing.
So today we're here to talk about testimonials. Specifically, 5 ways to use testimonials more effectively on your website. We see a fair amount of websites that will have a testimonials page, and they'll have all the testimonials that they've had that are wonderful and say how brilliant they are lined up all on that page. And that is great, but it means that people actually have to go and actively seek out that page to see what people are saying about that business. And really, you want to be showing off your testimonials. You want to be putting them in people's faces so they can see how amazing you are. You know, not in an aggressive way, but that's really an important thing for you to be doing on your website.
Sorry, I was just laughing at you saying. So basically, what we recommend with testimonials is you try and keep them in context. So they work really well across your site if you keep them in context. So, for example, on the homepage, that's a great place to put some of your kind of key testimonials. Your best testimonials should probably go on your homepage, and you can scatter those down the page. You can do them in scrolly, rolly things if you want to, like sliders and things, but people are really lazy and they're not going to wait to see the next one tick over. And it's the same on a testimonials page. They'll read the first 2 and then they think, okay, I'm not reading the next 100 that are on here. So if you dot them down the homepage, for example, it's a really good way of kind of solidifying your experience, solidifying you as an expert and how well people think of you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do say that your homepage should really show the journey that your client or your customer will go on with you. Your homepage should show them that you understand what their problem is or their need is, that you have got the solution for it, and show evidence of how that person will feel at the end and that you have done that for other people. And that testimonial on the homepage, or those few testimonials on the homepage, is that fantastic evidence to show people immediately as soon as they hit your website that you are the right person for them. So that is the first way that we say you should use testimonials, is having them on your homepage to show the end of that client journey or customer journey and how they will feel at the end of working with you or buying from you. So the second way we recommend that you use testimonials is that you put them on your products or services page, especially if you have testimonials that are specific to that product or service. So if you have had people who rave about your coaching calls, then you need to put some testimonials on that page that specifically mention those coaching calls. Or if you have a wonderful piece of embroidery that you have as a product that you sell a lot, you want people to talk about how beautiful it is and how wonderful it brightened up their room when they hung it on their wall. Whatever it is your business is, whatever it is you sell. So number 2 is using testimonials on your services and products pages.
Yeah, number 3 is using them on your sales pages and landing pages, because testimonials really are a convincer. They can be the kind of final little bit that just bumps them over the hurdle of, shall I buy, shall I sign up? And we always recommend having, like Jude said on the other pages, having those testimonials in context to the service or the action that's required for the page. So if you're getting people to sign up for a challenge, you want to have testimonials on there that say how great the challenge was, how it took them from A to B and now they're soaring on the way and making millions of pounds or something. If it's a product, you want to talk about the quality, you want to talk maybe about the delivery time. You know, you need to keep those in context, and they will be the convincer for your sales pages and your landing pages. Dotting them down as you go down a page works well as well. Like I said, I'm not a massive fan of sliders because I think people are lazy and don't look at them. So as you go down the sales page and you've got testimonials dotted in there, it's always useful. Having one really near the end, near the sort of final buy button, is also good as well, because it will get people over that last doubt in their mind about whether they should sign up for something or pay for something. Just that last little testimonial, well, it worked for this person. This person sounds exactly like me. That's where I was, and this is where I want to be. That testimonial answers my kind of inner demon, really. It takes away that kind of excuse not to buy or sign up.
Absolutely. And number 4 is using them on your about page. And some people find this a bit funny. They kind of think the about page is sort of, it's just there for people to find out a little bit about me and the business if they want to. But actually, like we mentioned in a previous video, that know, like and trust factor that a lot of people in business talk about is important. So if you have testimonials that talk about how fun you were to work with, or if you have testimonials that say how much you know about your area that you work in. It's great to put those specific snippets that are about you onto that about page as well. Perhaps just sort of nearer the bottom once they've read everything you want to tell them about you, or you could have it at the top as an intro to how wonderful you are. But having those testimonials on your about page, if you've got specific ones about you, is a really, really good idea.
Yeah, and number 5 is making sure you get the right kind of testimonials. So we're not a massive fan when we ask for people for testimonials, sort of guiding them through like a template, because then you'll get very, very samey testimonials. It won't be as convincing. You want people to talk in their own natural voice about you. What we have on our range of products and challenges and courses and all that kind of stuff is we have different feedback forms depending on the course or the challenge or the product. And then people can come back to us and they'll answer questions initially. So it will get them into the kind of frame set of thinking about how it went, the timescales that we delivered in, where they went from A to B, the final result, and also how they're feeling about it. And by the time they get to the end of the form where we say, would you like to share a testimonial? We've already kind of got them into that kind of mode of thinking about us as a kind of an evaluation of how we did, and they will naturally pour some of that knowledge they've shared above into the testimonial. So it will put it in better context because they'll be talking about the product or service, which is ideally what you want when you're sharing it across your site. But also they will think about how they feel about it, how they feel about you as a company, and you'll get a really honest testimonial from that, but also one that fits the requirements that you need it to fit when you put it on your website, because you want it to sell you without selling you, if that makes sense. So you want them to say how good your product or service is without being overly salesy in their natural voice, because even though we advocate looking at an ideal client, they're all going to sound a bit different. They're all going to talk about a bit different when they look at your site. And if you're finding testimonials that match in their way of thinking and their way of talking and their ideology, then it's going to work better for you.
Absolutely. And also, we do say that you should be refreshing your testimonials regularly. So this is almost like a 6 tip.
5.5.
So refresh them regularly. Once you get a new one, pop it on your site. Because if people come and have a look at you and think they like you, go and do some research somewhere else and then come back to your site again. If they then see a new testimonial has appeared since the last time they're on there, shows you're currently working with people. It shows that you are actively working, that your business isn't stagnant, and so that's a fantastic thing to do. So I just thrown in an extra tip there for you. I mean, we give so much.
So if you've enjoyed that, feel free to give us a thumbs up, share it with people, and also you can subscribe to our channel and find more useful videos with maybe bonus tips in them as well.
Well, maybe. We just throw it all in there. So thank you for joining us and watching this video. Hopefully we'll see you on another one soon. Take care. Goodbye.
Cheers, bye.